Hey boys and girls, so today we're going to talk about converting metric units of weight. And at this point, you should have familiarized yourself with things that you measure in kilograms, objects that you might find that weigh a gram, and maybe even a milligram. So now we're going to learn how to create the roadmap of conversion. If you don't have these in your notebook, you should definitely have these in your notebook. You're going to need them for our activity today. So a kilogram equals 1,000 grams. A gram is 1,000 milligrams. And a milligram is 1,000th of a gram. Okay? Good. All right. Get those in your notes and let's work some problems out. All right, so let's go to our whiteboard. And I'm going to take us from kilograms to grams. Let's just do that first. All right, I'm going to say that I have 12 kilograms. I'm going to put that over 1. And I'm going to show you a method that might help you visualize the roadmap of conversions and then also draw on what we know about cross-canceling. Okay, so 12 kilograms is equal, 1 kilogram is equal to how many grams? 1,000. So I know I need to get us from kilograms to grams. I'm going to put my 1,000 grams up here. And this is where I need to see my conversion and I need to see my relationship. I have 1,000 grams up here. That means I need my 1 kilogram down here. Do you notice anything about cross-canceling that would help us get rid of the kilogram and just leave us with grams? Right, we see that we have kilograms here and kilograms here. Let's go ahead and cross those out. This will help you visualize where we need to go with our units. So now, what do I do with these fractions? I just multiply across. 12 times 1,000 is 12,000. And what is my unit that I'm left with? Grams. Are those the units that I wanted for my answer? Yeah, awesome. So I'm just going to stay there. All right, let's turn it up a notch. All right, I'm going to start with 12 kilograms again, but we're going to go to milligrams this time. So we have our 12 kilograms over 1, and we need to follow our roadmap. We can't just jump right to milligrams. We need to go kilograms to grams to milligrams. Because remember, this is bigger up here, and then these are smaller. Okay. All right, so I have my kilograms, 12 of them. First, I want to convert into grams. So I know that 1,000 grams is equal to 1 kilogram. Okay? And then how many milligrams are in a gram? I want them to cross out. So already my kilograms are in the right spot. And this time, I need my grams on the bottom so that these grams can cancel out. All right, so I have 1 gram. And within 1 gram, I'll have 1,000 milligrams. All right, so before we calculate our answer, let's see if we're left with the correct units. Remember, I wanted to go from kilograms to milligrams. I see that these kilograms and these kilograms cancel out because they're diagonal from each other. And then I have another unit that I can cancel out, grams and some other grams. So what's my 1 unit that's left over that isn't canceled out? That's right, milligrams. So am I in the right spot? I am. So all that's left now to do is calculate. All right, let's first take 12 times 1,000. 12 times 1,000 equals 12,000, right? Good. Okay. Dealt with that, and now I need to multiply 12,000 times 1,000. If this seems like a lot of zeros, remember when we're multiplying with numbers with all these hairy zeros, we know we can just add them up. So I take my 12,000, I look at my 1,000, how many zeros do I have left that I haven't dealt with? 3. 1, 2, 3. So you know what? I'm just going to add those 3 zeros. And that's correct. Wow, that is a really big number. What do I end up with? This is 12 million. Wow. So there are 12 million milligrams in 12 kilograms. All right, so in the last problem, we went from a large unit to a small unit. And let's go ahead and try now moving the opposite direction. We're going to go ahead and go from a small unit, milligrams, to our medium-sized unit of grams. All right, so I'm going to take 120 milligrams, put it over 1, and then I'm going to look at my relationship between grams and milligrams. So remember, 1 gram equals 1,000 milligrams. Okay, I know I want milligrams on the bottom because I want these units to be diagonal from each other because that's what I want to cancel out. And I just want to end up with grams, right? All right, so now that I see I have my grams up here, and that's where I want to stop, I'm going to go ahead and calculate. Let's break this down one step at a time. So I'm going to cancel out my milligrams, and now I'm going to multiply 120 times 1. Well, 120 times 1 is simply 120. Over 1 times 1,000, well, that's just 1,000. And remember, a fraction is the same as a division problem. We have 120 divided by 1,000. There's another thing you can do here before we simplify our answer further. We notice that 120 has 1 0 on it, and then 1,000 has 3 zeros. And remember, we discussed this in the past, but if you have something that looks like this, and you want to break it down a little before you run your numbers, we can just go ahead and cancel out one of those zeros on both sides. Well, remember, whatever you do to the top, you do to the bottom. Okay, so now we have a slightly more friendly number, 12 over 100. If you submit an answer to me like this, I'll see that you made it almost to the final step, but what I would really like to see is you changing this number into a decimal. And we know how to do that because any number over 100 can be represented as a percent or simply changed into a decimal. So 12 over 100 is 0.12. 0 and 12 hundredths. So say that out loud with me. 0 and 12 hundredths. And that's what we have here. We have 12 hundredths. Perfect. If you can say this fraction out loud, you know how to change it into a decimal. Okay? All right. Awesome work today, guys. And let me know if you have any questions. Good luck.